All right, it is the end of Rumble stage here at MSI with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Inspired after the unfortunate loss from EG to G2, but now EG has made it out officially today as well. So let's start with that. Inspired, I mean, what did you think of the team's performance during Rumble stage, and did you have any concerns at any point in time that you would not make it out of Rumble?
Uh, I was always confident that we are gonna make it. I thought we will be third best team of the tournament, but sadly G2 is always managing to beat us. So it looks like we are the fourth one. So I was always confident that we are gonna make it.
Well, let's talk about G2. How's the team handling the 0-6? Because obviously, I'm sure that doesn't feel good, even if you guys have had some really great moments during Rumble.
Uh, it doesn't feel good. It just hurts my ego. But honestly, I think the way they were winning the games, I'm not like very confident in them or like worried about myself. I think they were put in the positions. Some of the games, okay, game one, I think in the first stage, it was like they just played better and our draft sucked. But every other 5 games, they were in the positions where they can easily win the game, but they managed to throw a lot of games. Some of the games they started with the deficit, but how they were always coming back, in my opinion, is that we always were a bit ahead, but Caps has like very different macro compared to every other player in the world that he likes to, especially when he's a bit behind, to likes to get a lot of gold side lane while hoping enemy team doesn't really do anything. And I feel like what we lacked in our, especially Rumble stage games against them, when we played Rice against LeBlanc and we got pretty ahead, and now when we played Tryndamere, Cannon, both side laners were very ahead, we just slowed down the game by not matching them. I feel like they are coming to the games hoping that we are like not gonna fight them, and they just try to get gold from like over farming on sideways hard lanes. That's how Caps come back to the game. And yeah, we didn't match him. We were looking for some other plays that we can make, and those didn't work out. So Caps gets a lot of free time to just farm back to the game. I think he's like the only player that does it, to be honest, out of the whole tournament. It's just kind of his play style. So I think Jojo just needs to get a bit more experience how to counter this kind of stuff, and it will be easier for us to beat G2, because I don't think they are like any better team than us.
I mean, if this is something that you've noticed or that you know about Caps, I'm just curious, is there like a point in time in the game where you're ever like, we need to counter Caps, he's in the side lanes, let's go kill him? You know, like why is this something that you haven't been able to like flag, or that EG hasn't been able to flag and conquer in the games?
I mean, I knew it since a while because I was playing against Caps for a long time, and
Right.
why we didn't do it. I mean, I was trying to focus it especially on the last 2 games, but I mean, Jojo said that the last game, the game that we just played, he couldn't focus at all. He doesn't know why. He was not in the mood, I guess. And the first game, I think, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to say it and like give it feedback to Jojo, and like tell him that if we are stronger, we should just match the enemies so they can't come back. Because if you are like at 2 items breakpoint, they are on 1.5. You just take the fight and you just win instead of waiting for more items. But I don't know why it doesn't work out during the games. Feels like we just see the play, we go for it, then the play doesn't succeed, and they're like, oh shit, we should have done something different. We should have just matched him, went for the like easier option. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's fair to say they have considerably more experience, especially Caps in this event. So I'm sure that helps them out a ton. I didn't get a chance to talk to you after the T1 match. So how big of a deal was that for you guys? Or I don't know, maybe your guys' estimations or opinions of T1 have gone down. I guess how do you gauge that success or that victory?
I mean, we obviously shouldn't have really won the game. I mean, they picked early game champs and they played pretty well early game, but then I don't know what happened to them. They were just randomly flipping the Nash. So I was very surprised during the game. Like, what's going on? Why is like the best team in the world trying to completely flip the game, like doing something very random? So yeah, I mean, I was not like very happy about our performance, but more about the result. We managed to win against them. Like, I didn't really care the way we won. We won against T1, so this was pretty, I guess, interesting. And yeah.
Now, I guess technically we don't know right now what the knockout stage will look like, because we don't have that final game played yet. But what do you think are Evil Genius's chances in knockout?
I think we have higher chance of winning against T1 because I think both us and G2 will be like for sure doesn't matter who we face, we will be the underdogs. But I feel like T1 has more pressure on them, so I can see them having worse game more likely than RNG. I think RNG is a team that doesn't really care honestly the way they play. They just play very aggressive and. And they don't really make mistakes, or even if they do mistakes, they act very confidently that it's very hard for you to notice that they're actually making a mistake and punish it. While T1 looks a bit stressed, so I can see them getting even the leads and throwing the game because just what they did against us the second game. So I feel like the nerves are getting into them. Maybe it will be even harder on semifinals, and I think that's the hope. We need to focus the most. I think we need to see when they make wrong calls and try to punish it, because I think overall it's fair statement to say that they're probably a better team.
Yeah. I am curious because there's been a lot of outside observers, casters, and analysts and folks who have been saying that they feel like Evil Geniuses has been getting a lot better over the course of this tournament, even just over the last 2 weeks that we've been watching. Do you feel that behind the scenes? Are you like, oh my god, all of our players are leveling up a ton, or we're getting way better, or is it just maybe the whole tournament just feels like a shit show and everybody's like flipping, to win or lose or whatever?
I mean, I can't really focus when the games don't matter. Like I feel so much better when there's actually pressure on us. And today I feel like I played very well in both of the games because I knew if we lose both, we will not make it into semis. If we win, then yeah, we make it into semis. I felt so much better. And the full group stage, even before the tournament, I knew it's like completely useless. We're gonna play 4 games against G2 that don't matter at all. So I was the guy in the team saying that we shouldn't even draft seriously. We should just pick something for fun. And but my team still wanted to draft seriously against them, and we did. And we kind of showed them what we can play. But in the Rumble stage, in the end, we played something a bit different. So it didn't matter in the end. But yeah, I think I am, and I think actually all of my teammates, I feel like Impact, Danny as well played better when the games actually matter. Jojo, I think he just doesn't care. He doesn't feel pressure ever. So I feel like we just play a bit better when the games are actually like useful, that they matter a lot.
I mean, do you feel like JoJo's getting better? Because that's been a pretty big sentiment that I've seen online, is people feeling like he's gotten better over the course of the tournament.
Mm. I'm not sure. To be honest, I mean, probably as everyone could see, I think our bot lane was just struggling a little bit at the beginning. That's why it's harder to play mid lane when enemy support has a lot of free time, because you're like pushing bot, moving to mid a lot, and then you are Jojo playing against Caps, like the best mid laner from EU, and his support is always there, his jungle is always there. Like you can't really do anything, to be honest. So I think saying that Jojo didn't play well at the beginning is a bit overstatement. I think he was playing well through the whole tournament. So I think this game that he played against G2, the Trindamer one, I think this he played pretty bad. I already told him and gave him the feedback what he should have done better. But I think other games I see him playing well, especially that it's his first international tournament.
Yeah. Well, hey, is there anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
I guess we made it to semifinals, so far you guys are happy about our performance, and hopefully we can challenge whoever we face in semis. I don't promise anything, but we will try our best.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Inspired. Congratulations on making it to semis. Looking to see what you guys can do in just a short time. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things MSI right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that interview. You might be seeing some misplays, and during this MSI, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, this latency stuff, whatever. You know what? If you want to limit your misplays, because you want to avoid lag, not network lag, but computer lag, you should check out Alienware. There's a link in the description below. Thank you to Alienware so much for supporting what we do here, and I'm gonna go get some sleep because it's late.